What's up, Internet? We have been waiting to talk about this movie for a while. Like, I think I've been ready to talk about it since it's like trailer came out. So if you guys are wondering why my background looks hella different, it's her.
I'm vengeance.
She's vengeance.
She's vengeance.
She's vengeance. God, I'm so distracted. We have been waiting for this movie, I think, since roughly 2019, 2018, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. There was a lot of hype surrounding it, mainly because we got the guy from Twilight playing
The Batman. Saul Goodman.
Batman is played by the guy from Twilight, and we're just gonna have to accept that that's a thing. How did you guys feel when Pattinson was now Battinson?
Look, I'm pretty sure everybody had the same reaction. They were like, the guy from Twilight. Twilight. Really? Fine. Okay. No. Everybody was like, no. Even me and Enzo had a discussion about it before we even had our podcast. We were like, the fuck? What?
Actually, I had a different experience.
But then yeah. But then you convinced me. You were like, hey, wait a minute. Ben Affleck was that type of person. We were like, why Ben Affleck? And he did an amazing job. And then you showed me The Lighthouse and everything else. And I'm like, I might have treated you wrongly. I'm so sorry.
I might have treated you too harshly, little one. What were your opinions on everyone's least favorite vampire becoming everyone's favorite edgy My Chemical Robot?
Well, I got to see his previous movie on Netflix, The King, with Timothy Chalamet. I'm like, he's pretty good in this.
Is it what you say? What you call him?
Chalamet.
Yeah.
Chalamet, how to do?
And then months later, he was Batman. I'm like, alright, it depends on the writer, I guess. And the director, of course. Any actor can look bad. And
That's
under Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves has made everybody love a walking, talking chimpanzee. What more can you do from the Batman? So there we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, we can't blame Robert Pattinson. Here goes Twilight, for fuck's sake.
I think Twilight is one of the most accurately adapted franchise in all history of movies or anything like that. Yeah. So he got announced as Batman. And I was apprehensive for one reason. I like my Batman looking like they have bad cardio.
You mean very bulky?
I don't want my Batman looking ripped. I like my Batman looking like they punch boulders for fun. So, coming from the Dark Knight Returns version of the Batman, with Ben Affleck going into a slim guy playing Batman again, I was like, I am so fucking tired. I'm so fucking tired of these Instagram model looking ass Batman playing my favorite character from the Black Parade album, like, you know, that guy who definitely either died in a war or had cancer.
And it's like, I like my emo Batman.
But in terms of Robert Pattinson, I had no problem with Robert Pattinson playing Batman. I had a problem a bit with how pretty he is. But then again, I do have a bit of a skewed idea of what I think Batman is, because at the time, I thought The Dark Knight Returns was as good as it was ever going to get for Batman. Until I read White Knight. It was until I read White Knight. I read White Knight and was like, I think I'm over the Frank Miller thing. White Knight is it's my thing, and it's my favorite Batman story now.
Frank Miller was just a phase. You'll get over it.
I actually genuinely think everyone has like these phases in their comic book lives. Like, there comes a point in time where you're like angsty and political and angry at the world, and you're gonna say Watchmen is your favorite fucking book of all time. You know, everyone goes through their fucking Watchmen phase where everyone thinks that it's the best comic books are gonna be. Then in the same vein, you're gonna be like, oh, the best Batman book of all time is Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. And also, I hate the government. Did you know V for Vendetta is a great book? Like, everyone has that phase, I think, in their comic book life, and I was kind of very much in that. I was one of those fuckers that was like, Iron Man's right. Like, I was that guy for a bit, for 2016, maybe all the way up to 2018. And then somewhere in between that, between 2018 and 2019, I read White Knight and was like, I'm kind of over Miller. Like, Miller is a tremendous writer who'll always be a GOAT. But this is my Batman because I like it when people call Batman on his shit. Because for all Batman is, as being praised as the great detective and savior of Gotham, he's never done anything to sustainably save Gotham. He's done nothing to change its infrastructure, improve its governments, arm the police with more appropriate weapons to take on men made of clay and guys who look like crocodiles. Like, you've done a great job to make yourself look like a badass, but I don't think you've done a great job improving your city. And we had a Batman podcast a while back, maybe a month back, right?
About all the Batman.
About Batman in general. We deep dove into Batman. Like that guy in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he just wanted to consume the chocolate sea, right? We talked about the Batman, and I asked you guys towards the end, what did you expect from new Batman? You know, inevitably, you know, that was Pattinson. It was this year. And we did it because it was coming this year. What were you expecting out of Rob's Batman besides Rob was playing Batman?
Well, I think I pretty much said it in that podcast where I just wanted more detective work.
Yeah, we all agreed
Like,
to
I was like, it's cool that, yeah, he goes out there and fights crime. But at the same time, I really do not want to see him be the smart Batman that I know. Like, I want him to look at a corner of the room and then, like, pretty much analyze the entire scene from there.
You wanted the detective vision from Arkham.
Yes.
You just wanted that the whole time.
Everything's like blue.
Yeah,
And then, like, blues
blue.
are like orangely highlighted.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I wanted that. I wanted the Arkham game, like how it made us think.
Yes.
And yeah, we got it here. And I was so fucking happy that it wasn't like Dark Knight, where they're like, oh, Batman does this one detective work where he cuts out like this bullet out of a wall, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Nah, it continues and continues. He is, yeah. We made fun of the fact that hey, since he's fighting Riddler, he's just gonna collect all the Riddler trophies. He does. He collects all the Riddler trophies. That's what he fucking did.
We talked
And
about
I'm
it
happy.
specifically. We talked about it specifically. Like, we were like, why is the runtime so long? We were like, it's cause he's probably gonna have to collect all the fucking 300 Riddler trophies throughout the fucking, like,
Map.
all of Gotham. Just all of Gotham. He has to collect Riddler trophies.
Yeah.
And you're right, he kind of did that. How about you and... Oh, what? Were you saying
no.
more?
No, I was gonna say, sadly, we didn't get the Hot Wheels track areas where he had to get those
can you imagine?
trophies.
Like, drive through this area, like, what bullshit is this? Alright,
I think Robert Pattinson, after Twilight, was so disgusted with himself for doing Twilight that he just kind of reverted into, like, the most celebrity way of becoming a hermit. And exclusively did indie films just to prove to himself that he was worth something. Like, I am not gonna... I would love to say I'm not assuming the person he is, but, like, the way he conducts himself in interviews and in public really feels like he hated fucking doing Twilight. And then said
Yeah,
so
you're
right
right.
now.
You're
He
right,
hated
then.
doing Twilight. It made him a shit ton of money, and no one's ever gonna forget that he was Edward Cullen. And
His
again,
last
I'm
name.
saying this. Rob did an amazing job as Edward Cullen. And the problem here is that Twilight sucks. And I have the right to say this because I read all 4 books.
4.
I was homeschooled and had so much free time. Don't judge me. Or judge me. I don't care. At the end of the day, you guys are worth as much to me as Enzo and Joma are worth to me. Absolutely nothing. I'm just kidding. They're my friends. They're great.
Please call. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
It's
it's
like,
the end.
and that ruined my own podcast. No, but like there was a lot. There was a lot that went into this, and like, and he tried to truly flex his muscles. He didn't go like I think Taylor Lautner wanted to go money. Like,
Oh,
it's
hell
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Lautner supposedly had a really expensive fee post Twilight. It didn't work out for him in the end, and it still hasn't worked out for him now. But he's doing great right now. But Pattinson really deep dove almost exclusively into indie movies, and that really helped him become a more well-rounded actor. Or if he was already a well-rounded actor, really helped him flex his muscles. Because in indie films, he can basically do anything, and he was able to. And I'm happy he went that route because it made the fucker really picky with his projects.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like when he had the opportunity to play Batman in a movie, he played fucking the Batman.
Our Batman.
You know, he played my Batman for sure.
Yeah.
Wait,
Enzo, you were supposed to say something like what you were expecting.
yeah. I was about to go into that. Enzo, what were you expecting about Bobby Pattinson's Batman?
Oh,
With Bobby Pattinson's Batman.
aside from a really good Batman, I was expecting that Gotham feel like the shithole it is. And then when you see the movie, like, yep, that's Gotham. I hope Gordon was more useful. Not saying that Gary Oldman wasn't, but like more, hands-on than Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, Gary Oldman was still hands-on. I still like Gary Oldman. Like, him and this Gordon's kind of like a neck and neck for me.
Yeah, and then with Riddler, I was like expecting like, well, that's not much to say. The best version of Riddler there is to date.
Not
Actually,
the mask.
I actually would argue that Riddler was never inaccurate in any of the mediums he was ever adapted to. I actually think every Riddler we've had was good. Like,
Okay.
Jim Carrey's a good Riddler, just not like a to take seriously Riddler. If that makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah, I actually think every Riddler we've had is amazing in their own right. And I don't think, like, if you look at Jim Carrey's, he's actually a pretty good Riddler. Like, you can liken his Riddler to, let's say, the Arkham Riddler. I actually think he has a lot in common with the Arkham Riddler. Like, the Arkham Riddler's weird. He's a bit theatrical, bit dramatic, but he wasn't comedic. Like, if Jim Carrey took it slightly more seriously, the direction he took with Riddler, I actually think it would have been the same.
Yeah.
Like, the Riddler's always been this weird, neurotic, very Jesse Eisenberg if he was funny type guy.
I would say, like, yeah, I would have loved to have seen the Hawaiian shirt Riddler. With, like,
Riddler?
yeah, wasn't he like wearing a Hawaiian shirt in the Arkham games?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I definitely
remember
remember the question mark blazer, but not the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, I think it might have just been.
I think
so my
Arkham
bad.
Knight? Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. You know what kind of this tells me about like DC, because like DC has really good villains.
Yes.
And I think the best in comic books. Sorry, Marvel, but you're not very good at booking your villains. Most of the time. I would want to see a Flash movie where he faces like a lot of his rogues, or at least displays a lot of his rogues, so we could compare it to Batman. Because like the Flash has really interesting rogues.
Yeah.
Because Batman rogues are like, I want to fucking kill the Batman. I fucking hate the Batman. And the Flash's rogues, for the most part, are like, where's Flash? He's been gone a week. I miss him. like the rogues, the ones specifically labeled the rogues. They don't kill. They just want to rob banks and hope Flash doesn't arrive. Going back to, like, I guess what I expected. I wanted what you said. I wanted Detective Batman. Desperately wanted Detective Batman. Because we've had I'm gonna fuck you up Batman. We've had lung cancer Batman. With lung cancer Batman from oh fuck. What do they call it? That channel that does a lot of philosophy.
Wisecrack.
He's not
yeah.
wisecrack lung cancer Batman.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to see smart Batman. Like, you could say he was smart, but he wasn't that smart.
He was strategic. I would say he was strategic, but we didn't see the smart side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Ben Affleck didn't have to strategize because this guy can actually just fucking kick your ass at will.
Just a bulldozer. Walks into the room, doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, like, Ben Affleck's Batman ate the other Batman. Like, that's why he's Batman. He just took Michael Keaton. He took Christian Bale. He took Val Kilmer and Adam
Put
West.
them all in like a protein shake.
Yeah, he just put them in a fucking... He just fucking put them in, like, one of those, like, bullet blenders. You know, just for pre-workout.
And added 2 cups of whey, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to see a smart Batman. One that displayed that this man is not only the sword of Gotham, but he's also, you know, somewhat the archive. Like, he is the everything a man can be at his peak type of guy. So when I found out that Riddler was gonna be the villain, I was like, fuck. Riddler's the villain. That means I'm possibly finally getting legitimate Detective Batman. The Batman that would test the limits of that he's never had to before. Like, morals of Batman always been tested. But his brain has never been tested. And the right guy to do that was always gonna be the Riddler. I watched a documentary back then, and I swear I watched this for college. I had a teacher who made us do a project about DC villains. And they talked about how there are several types of villains. There's like the opposite villain, like the Reverse Flashes, the Jokers, that type of shit.
Yeah.
There's like the physical villain, the one that
Bane.
challenges you physical. It's Bane.
Yeah.
And there is also the villain that acts as a sword sharpener. The ones that challenge you mentally. The ones that challenge you beyond your physical limits. That show you how well-rounded you have to be to protect your people. And Riddler has always been that. Like, if you had to just name one villain that does that consistently well, it's the Riddler. So when I heard that Riddler was going to be a guy, I was yeah. All right, there were. This is I guess what we anticipated from it, right? We voiced out what we anticipated.
Yeah.
What do you think about the promotional process of this movie? Because I think that's super notable. Like, I don't think any superhero movie has been promoted this well, and this interestingly.
The trailer came out the perfect time in 2020. We're like still stuck at home, and then DC dropped. It's like, when is this coming out? We need it right now. Because the first trailer is that scene of him beating the fuck out of Nostalgia Critter. Like, shit, this is a different Batman. All right.
Beats up Doug.
Yeah, the promotional process has been crazy, right? Like, literally so crazy. So what did you think about the way they marketed this movie to us before it came out?
To be honest, look, I'm the type of person who was like, if I love the movie or I'm very anticipating the movie a lot, I don't like watching the trailers. I don't want to see. Next thing you know, they fuck up in like showing us a trailer and showing us a spoiler by accident. Because a lot of movies have done that.
True.
But I couldn't help myself. I was like, because they should release this in 2020 for fuck's sake. He was like, I fucking need to see this. I need to fucking see it.
Yeah.
I need to see Batman 7. For fuck's sake.
Batman 7.
Not Batman. The Batman 7th movie, but I mean, like, it is somewhat 7th, like, and Zodiac, if you guys watch that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. And
Yes. Jake Gyllenhaal. Fuck off. Brad Pitt.
No, that's 7.
Yeah,
Zodiac is
You
the
were-
one with Jake Gyllenhaal.
You were saying 7.
No,
Yeah.
I said 7 and Zodiac.
And Zodiac.
Hyena.
Hyena. With Jake
Hyena.
Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. That's the other David Fincher movie he's referring to.
Oh yeah, Zodiac. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and God. What else did they do for the promotions? I wasn't really
All right,
looking out for those.
all right. Towards months into the movie getting promoted,
Mm.
and from the trailers, we saw the trailers, but like the stars conducted themselves differently. Like most of what you saw from the Batman was, "Oh, I'm brutal, I'm Batman," right?
Yeah.
Then towards like maybe a month, few weeks before Batman started coming, you see Arpats and like Zoe Kravitz doing fucking Vogue shoots.
Mm.
And I don't think that was accidental. Like you saw them do a lot of glam shoots towards a very short time before this movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the same time you'd see like snippets of the Batman. So you see like this glamorous, beautiful imagery from Batman stars.
Yeah.
Then continuously get dark imagery from the Batman itself. Like almost displaying the duality of this person in this franchise. How it's
Mhm.
centered on that duality. And I personally thought that shit was crazy, and they were doing it to us subliminally.
I didn't even know that.
They conditioned us, I think. I think Matt Reeves was conditioning us to, like, you know, see this brutal, gritty fucking Batman. Very Kurt Cobain-y Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And then jumping to the fabulous, we are so fucking rich, like, display of people like Zoe Kravitz and Robert
I didn't think of it
Pattinson.
like that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, same
Pretty
here. That's why
cool.
I was like, oh, cool. It's just promotional photos for the. Oh, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. And like the posters,
Mhm.
those fucking posters are just, they hit different, man. Like after we saw, like, I call this the Thor Ragnarok format, because I
Oh,
feel
so-
like they've been doing the same thing since Thor Ragnarok.
Mhm.
I mean, they came out with one. There's
Hmm.
one shitty poster of the Batman out there. It's the one where like everyone's there, and then you see
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson with like a question mark. Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Like we saw that one, but for the most part, these are the best posters I've seen
Ah,
from any superhero movie in a while.
the red one with the rain and it's just a silhouette of the bat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy. We also got that Jim Lee promotional art that
Yes.
spawned like
Yes.
so many action figures. One of which I got yesterday. Actually, I pulled it out.
Nice.
It was really cool. Yeah, they marketed this movie different, and they were like mentally conditioning us to watch this movie, to enjoy this movie, or actually to immerse ourselves in the world before we even had a chance to actually get
Yeah.
there. What did you think when Zoe Kravitz was cast? Like, when did you find out?
I think we're on the same page now because I was really hoping for Isaac Gonzalez before this.
Yeah, I really was.
Mhm.
I really.
But when she was announced, I'm like, why not? Sure, she's a good actress. Let's see what she can do. And like, the one before that was Anne Hathaway. I'm like, huh, alright. I wonder how she'll either be as equally as good or do better. And I kind of like her better than Anne Hathaway, but it's equal for me, slightly.
Separate but equal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, but I will say, like, yeah, it was kind of hard to, like, oh, she has to do a way better job compared to, you know, Dark Knight Rises. Because Anne Hathaway did a really good job as Catwoman. Like,
Solid.
probably, yeah, in my opinion, I like her more than Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer's?
The
Michelle
Pfeiffer's.
Pfeiffer's?
Michelle Pfeiffer's. But yeah, I liked her more. So I was like, how are they gonna do this? And I saw the promotional photos and her in the cat suit and in the trailer of her just cracking the safe. I was like, at least she's not licking herself clean. And then I see her face with the suit. I was like, this is gonna work. This is legit gonna work. And the fact that she actually has the nails. It's not just, I don't know, rings with like sharp objects sticking out of it. It's kind of cool.
I think that worked for the time. Come on.
Yeah, I guess.
Though, I think what sold me on her too was like the scene. We've seen trailers in the movie. You have a lot of strays. Yeah. Like, oh, okay.
No, you have a lot of.
You have a lot of
cats.
cats.
We have a lot of cats. I keep keeping a lot of strays, something like that. I'm like, I buy the
Yeah.
chemistry.
I have a
love-
thing for strays.
I have a thing for strays. Yeah.
I thought she was as accurate looking of a Catwoman as you could get.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that she's not white. Like, Catwoman's usually white.
Yeah.
Like, the only time Catwoman wasn't white was year 1.
Just have it painted.
Have it painted. Someone needs to get a manicure. I knew that Kravitz would kill it performance-wise, but I was still going like, I want Isa Gonzalez. Like, I want Isa Gonzalez. But I knew she was gonna kill it performance-wise. I knew that, like, no matter what arguments I had to my own biases, I knew it wouldn't matter because she was gonna kill it performance-wise, and she already looks like Catwoman. Like, put her up against Hush, Jim Lee, Catwoman. It's the same lady.
It's very much the same lady.
It's
Just
the
different
same
skin tone, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I freaked out over. Like, what did you think initially when Colin Farrell was cast as Penguin?
I was like,
Was I the only one that went like, "Are we gonna have a sexy penguin?"
I was like,
Same.
oh shit, we're gonna have a sexy penguin. I was like, but why though? Like, I don't want Penguin to be sexy. I want the mob boss. I want the what do you call that show again? The Sopranos kind of looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony
Yeah.
Soprano.
Yeah, I want that shit.
Yeah.
And then I was watching the trailer. I was like, which one's Penguin? Because I really couldn't pinpoint. I was like, that's not Colin Farrell. That's another actor, for fuck's sake. They did a really good fucking job with the makeup here.
Yeah.
Richard Kind.
Yeah.
It's just Richard Kind.
the man got cheated out of a role.
But yeah, I really thought we were gonna get sexy Penguin for the first time, and we didn't get sexy Penguin.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
We watched this movie together. You, me, Ina, Enzo. Well, like you, I'll count both of you. You, me, Nina, Ina.
And that's it.
And this was our first hangout in 2 years. We had to do it. Like, we were all so hyped, and I was hyped the night before.
Same here.
First scene comes in, man. Right? Like, you usually know what to expect from a Batman first scene. Especially in a Batman first installment. Right? We see the first scene and we're like, wow, Bruce is fighting his daddy with a sword. So he just watched Zorro. If Zorro came out in 2001.
And was a ninja? The kid was dressed as a ninja.
He's dressed as a ninja. Teenage Mutant Ninja Zorro. The early 2000s were wild. We weren't quite over the extreme of the 90s. So
we had blue Pepsi.
yes. God, I would love Pepsi. Anyway, you see the scene, and then later on, you see it's not Tomas Wayne, Mang Tomas Wayne. It's somebody else. And then we see like in the background of his room that for some reason he didn't hear, that Gimp from Pulp Fiction in green, right?
We got our first horror movie moment here.
Yes. And for once it wasn't from Batman. It's usually from Batman.
Yep.
Like, how'd that first scene feel like to you?
Motherfucker, that shit was beautiful. Cause like, you see, he's like this runner-up for a mayor, and he's just watching the news, and of course Batman's on the news, and we kind of get the gist. Batman's been here for 2 years, and blah 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 blah, some history from here to there, and Maroni something. Man turns off the TV, walks away from it to grab himself a drink, and at the back you just see his glasses glowing from the TV, like straight up horror movie style. I'm like, oh fuck no, this is how they're doing it. Oh shit. Man turns off the TV and just pretty much scream right there. I'm talking about the movie, not he didn't scream. He pretty much died on the spot.
Riddler just creeps up behind and goes, "What's that?" Then he fucking pulls out duct tape, right?
Yep.
Pulls out fucking duct tape and he's like, you don't know what he does with it, but he's pulling out duct tape, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of really strong adhesive.
I mean, I'm just saying, Riddler knows how to mount, but like, just to be sure. If
Not
this
everyone's
man-
an MMA fan.
Yeah, no.
Not everyone's an MMA
Thank you
fan.
for the
Like,
safe
See your faces, you were like,
it means something to somebody else.
No, but like, if this man was just unconscious, he'll be dead in a bit.
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
probably in like 5 minutes after he tapes up the mouth. I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get that scene. How about you, Enzo? What are your thoughts on it?
it's like, oh, we're really going right into this. All right.
I am.
yeah. No, I just didn't expect to see Riddler right away. But yeah, it's Jomer pointed out a beautifully brutal scene because goddamn, Riddler really knows how to. He's been trained how to kill, probably from the dark website he's been on.
Gotham's dark web.
Evil
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah,
He's on Evil Twitch.
The man's on tour.
and just like how he does the crime, how he tapes him up. Like, yep, that's John Doe-ish from 7. All right,
Yes.
that's how we're starting.
Hmm. I mean, even in 7, they didn't even show how John Doe killed people.
Did you want to?
They wanted to. They wanted
No,
7
no.
to be PG-13,
Uh,
so they never showed the killings. That's always implied blood because they wanted the kids to see this movie. It was interesting to me.
Hmm.
First thing we see before this is the rating, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's R13.
Yeah.
They all said it was PG-13. I guess it's R13 here.
Yeah.
There's
But,
the
like-
F-bomb, so no.
When was the F-bomb?
Was
When
it?
the other the police guy's like, he's a fucking vigilante, or he says the F-bomb. Wouldn't that scene?
Right,
Wait,
okay,
What was
right.
his name? Rodriguez or something?
Ramirez.
Ramirez. Right.
But yeah, that's how it starts out. And that's crazy. And also, like, I've never gone into a first installment Batman movie where everyone is already familiar with him. Like, there was no, like, getting used to it point from the audience's point of view.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any time to get introduced to how this happened. But it's already happened. I think it gave me a sense of imbalance. You know, like, you're usually getting to a point where, like, it feels like we're already on our second date, but it's our first type of thing. Or rather, it's coming off too strong.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. The next scene is Batman, right? It's a Batman scene where there's this guy coming off a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Hideo
gets-
Kojima gets mugged, yeah.
Hideo Kojima gets mugged because he said, just watch BVS, right? After saying, oh, he's after saying, I just watched BVS, he later says, just watch Captain America, it's a spectacle of superhero. Like, you know, it's because of his Twitter account.
Yeah.
And you see Joker guys, like Joker-looking goons, right? Who are just like, we want money, you know, the whole Mr. Krabs deal.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's just like, we punch guys for fun.
Yeah,
We're
they had
coming
Tik-
into the
they
fan,
had
punch
TikTok
this
on.
guy.
They had
Punch this
TikTok
guy.
on.
Yeah, we got TikTok on. We're trying to get views, guys. We need to beat out Team 10. You know, like
Yeah.
Jake Paul ain't got shit on us. So they're having him punch this guy, and he's hesitant. But before he gets the opportunity to actually do something, emerging from the shadows, actually legitimately emerging from the shadows, is Batman. How do you guys feel about them actually mastering this whole he emerges from shadows thing? He does this more than once. But we've gone through so many Batman movies, and we've never seen him go from pitch black to slowly seeing Batman to seeing the whole Batman. You're like, wow, is he human?
Right?
I love the build up to it because he's like, when the light hits the sky, it's not just a signal.
Not a
So-
pizza pie. It's not a more, dude. It's the Batman.
But yeah,
So you ran into that. I'm so sorry.
fine.
When the light hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's, oh my god, it's the Batman.
But yeah, it's not just a light; it's a warning. And you see the other criminals like, there's one guy robbing the store, and he's like going down this alleyway. He's like, I'd rather not take my chances and get slammed by a taxi. Like, I'm returning the cash.
No, he didn't. He ran.
Yeah, he ran. I don't think anything was stolen from him, honestly. I think he was just trying to kick his ass.
Right. But yeah, you see how criminals react.
Like, that's the thing with Joker guys, to a degree, I think.
Oh no, he's talking about the guy with like the onion mask. He was like robbing the
bank,
the convenience store.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't get to the sewer immediately. He didn't get into. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then there are these other criminals like vandalizing some building, and they're like, we rather not run into Batman.
that was like the city hall or something.
Yeah. And then just imagine just seeing pitch black and hear his footsteps. You're like, oh, we're fucked. Okay.
To be honest, when I heard the footsteps, I was like, the Mandalorian?
He can bring you warm, or he can bring you in cold.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in warm.
Because I don't kill. I'm a good guy that way. Yeah, that was actually nuts. God. Yeah. Thank you for backtracking, Asenso. I needed that. Yeah, he's established himself as honestly like Affleck touched on this.
Yeah.
But like Reeves ran home with it. Like, people are scared of this guy. Like, legitimately, there's no one who's like, hey, it's Batman, what's up, Batman? No one's doing that shit. It was just like, fuck.
Even
regardless of where you are on the moral spectrum.
Hideo Kojima was like, please don't hurt me.
Yes, please don't hurt me. I have to make another walking simulator, please don't hurt me.
Hey, that's right, it was good. I just finished it.
Yo, I'm not talking shit about it. I actually watched gameplay of his walking simulator featuring the... I was actually like, this looks so cool.
If you ever get a PS5, actually it's coming to PC. You should play it. It's really good.
I'm down. He dropped the money. Everyone who was like doing crime saw the light in their sky and was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, actually. I didn't need a score tonight. This would have been the biggest score of my life, but also, this will just go to hospital bills if I just continue on. I'm going home.
I like walking, you know?
Yeah, I like walking. I'm fond of my limbs functioning.
I don't like it that my eye swells up.
Yeah, Gotham doesn't have the best insurance policy.
Yeah. Not the best infrastructure, not the best healthcare.
Gotham's just not the best.
Yeah. And I can't explain how this happened, you know? Like, I can't tell the doctors why my ass is whooped and why all my ribs are cracked. Let's just go home, have a can of SpaghettiOs, and let's call it.
I don't know why my nuts are up my throat. It just happens.
True. So yes, we do reach the scene where Hideo Kojima is about to get his ass whooped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got Arpat slowly emerging from the shadows. You know, like comic book-esque. Like the lighting for this movie's great. You know, they did a really good job of actually incorporating it.
Yeah. And majority of this movie, I swear, probably 80% of it, all shot at night. And I'm happy with that.
Same here.
Yeah.
You know what? It's Gotham as fuck, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's shit. Like, legit. This is, okay. As shit as Gotham is, this is my favorite Gotham. Like,
'cause it is Gotham.
It is Gotham.
It's not like, sure, you could go like, oh, you see Gotham Square Garden.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck, it's just New York. But like, no, it isn't. It's definitely Gotham.
There's a Victorian feel to it. Like, sometimes the floor is bricks. It's not just, what do you call it, asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the floor will be bricks from here to there. You see skyscrapers with Victorian-era spikes on them. I'm like, this shit is Gotham. I expect every building to have a gargoyle.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like, it's beautifully shot too. But
all the churches have gargoyles on the inside. Circumstantially. All of the vents are people-sized.
It's a trend. It could fit a 6'5" man in it.
Yeah, a 6'5", 200+ pound man. All of them are built that way for some reason. No particular reason.
The man doesn't crawl on his belly. By the way, he crouches in game.
Yeah. Not this man does not know how to prone.
Nah. But yeah, anyway, Gotham is fucking beautiful, and you know that it is. I would say it is kind of like Tim Burton, where you get that signature look of Gotham. Here, it's just way better compared to the Burtons.
This is, I think, the first time they've decided to. I think there was a lot of practical put in this, right? Like,
Yeah,
it feels like
yeah.
there was a lot of practical. This is the first time that I felt like they actually took time to give us Gotham.
Yes.
You know?
Actually, here Gotham felt like a character on its own.
True. I said it in my spoiler-free, safe as fuck review that's on the page right now.
Oh yeah.
This version of Gotham felt like it had a personality. You know, from every piece of trash on the ground to all the architecture, including Wayne Penthouse. I can't call it Manor. It's definitely Wayne Penthouse.
It's a log house within a building.
Yes. It felt like it had character. It felt also like it was ripped straight out of the comics. This was the first time we ever fucking saw that, so it was great to see Gotham this way. We see Pattinson look up at the sky and be like, "Hey, best be on my way now." He's calling.
Love MGS. Bye.
Yes, big fan of MGS. I love Death Stranding too. Don't listen to the haters. He peaced out. He went straight to the crime scene, right? It wasn't like
Yeah.
he didn't meet him in the rooftop first.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he went straight to the crime scene. Was completely fucking silent. And the Ramirez scene, I think, happened.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
love
they
the
analyzed
reaction to Batman. They're like, the fuck is he doing here?
I love
Yeah.
that though. I love that where every time he's there, the presence is there. Everybody stops doing what they're doing, and he's here.
to be fair, it's a guy in a bat suit in a place where everyone's wearing a very specific uniform.
Right? No, I know. But like, I just love seeing that because usually they're like, "Howdy, Batman! Thank you for coming in. Thank you for helping us with the crime." No, here they're like, "Fuck you for doing our job. Fuck you for doing our job well."
It's so hard to be corrupt with your ass around.
God damn you! It's my daughter's birthday today.
You're right. They did point, like, one thing Matt Reeves pointed out was that no one is quite sure of. Even the people that are cool with him aren't sure with him.
Yeah.
Like Gordon isn't completely sure of him either.
Mm.
And that was cool to see. And they analyzed the crime scene, and you see the letter, right? It was a letter,
Yeah.
and then there was a riddle in the letter,
Yeah.
right? And within seconds, before anyone can go like, "What the fuck is this?" and he's like, "Justice." The answer is justice. Like, this man, if he wasn't already a billionaire, would make a career out of Jeopardy. Like, he just... he'd make a killing in Jeopardy.
I was just laughing. He was like to Gordon, What
What is justice? And I was like, Detective Batman! I did the Leo thing. Detective Batman!
With the beer in hand. Sadly,
Yeah.
we couldn't have any beverages or food in theaters.
Yes.
Right.
But
Yeah.
how'd you guys feel about that scene? How that like...
I will say, like, it wasn't just that alone, where he's like, "Oh, I figured the riddle out." It was him going around the room, pretty much invading other people's space. Like, they're trying to take a photo. And I'm like, "Excuse me," but like, you see him looking at the floor, and you see like the blood stain, the pattern of the blood stain, and him trying to identify what the weapon was. Him, you get there, son.
I'm just asking if it's cool to drink this water.
Alright. And then, like, yeah, it looks like he's looking for clues. That's what I liked.
Mm.
It wasn't just one obvious clue. He had to look multiple places in this room, and then he figured the riddle out.
He needed to look for the things highlighted in orange.
Everything was just blue to him.
Like, god damn it. Why is it so hard?
He had to hack like was this electrical box? No, but like, yeah, he's looking over the fingertips and was like, yeah, they're like, he's missing a thumb and shit. I was like, yeah, there you go. He's detective working right now. He's already giving out the answers before they could even bring it to the precinct and have it like, done.
Yeah.
And which was like, yeah, this is my Batman. He's already 5 steps ahead of the cops. That's why he does this shit.
Yeah. How about you, Enzo? Where you at with this?
I love the detective stuff too. I also love how Gordon's partner just freaks the fuck out. He's like, what the fuck? The press is already here. Why is he here? Like, he's with us. He's cool. How do he's a fucking vigilante? Get him the fuck out. He's like, I think we have to go. Okay.
Now he's like, the letter's addressed to him, so we kind of need him here.
Yeah.
I was like, alright.
But get him the fuck out before the
It
press
has his
comes
name
through.
on it.
Yeah.
It's a return address.
It's to him.
We can't say no.
Yeah. I think this really set the tone for the entire movie. Like, they presented the theme. They stuck with the theme. And this first act kind of goes a little slow. They really simmer it, right? They really, like, drown you in the detective work. They drown you in Gotham.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really give you time to feel the sensation of it's a superhero movie.
They kind of gave us like a shot glass at the start with the Joker goons.
Yeah. Then
And
they die down.
Yeah.
Like-
They let us ride this like a bit. And I don't know. I love that decision where it does feel like a detective movie, as it's pretty much obvious. But like, yeah, let it slow down a bit. The silence is always strong.
But yeah, this first act, like, a lot of people could actually say it's slow. Like, a lot of people could say it's slow, and maybe they're right. But like, it's all about how you choose to digest it. Because a lot of the time, people don't know how to differentiate a superhero movie from a movie.
Yeah.
And this is the only time where it's like, I understand that it's a movie, but they respect the comic so much that it doesn't feel that the movie aspect of it is taking away from the superhero aspect. And I think this is the first time that this has happened. And so I'm a little jumbled up. Have I asked you about where you're at with this?
With the detective scene? Yeah.
Alright, cool. Later on, we get to encounter him deal with Penguin, right?
Yeah.
It's Penguin.
Oh yeah, he finally finds the bar of like where every corrupt cop or politician just hangs out.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can see him headbutts, and then you get this amazing fight scene.
Wait, yeah, I want to talk about this fight scene. This shit was beautiful.
It's like, I told you guys I love the guy going, I'll blow your fucking brains out, and he just throws a bat at his face. Like, oh shit!
Yeah.
I'll blow your fucking brains out. No, you!
And this is where we see, like, the durability of his armor, the bullshit armor that he has.
Yeah.
What's it made of, and where can I get one? Like,
Exactly.
he's the most durable Batman in the history of all Batman, and I will count the animated series for this. Nothing hurt this guy. Nothing.
Look. Like, Batman, when it comes to the fight scenes, this is not clean. This is not like Captain America Winter Soldier kind of
True.
clean. This is not like him taking out 10 men in, and not even breaking a sweat. This is like Batman taking a fucking punch right at the face, and you see it, and you feel it, and you feel like he should have been knocked out, but now he's Batman.
Yeah, he's still going at it, and you literally see it even towards the end. You're like, he should be dead, or
dude,
just dying.
He does that thing that every fighter does when after taking out 5 guys, he kind of gets winded out. He's like, and like goes back into it. I'm like, that's realistic.
You notice though too, like, you talk about the stunts, you talk about the fights. I give so much love to the fights in this movie and the way it was shot. No cuts, no shaky cam, none of that shit. These, you know what you get with these scenes? Like a focus shot and the wide.
Yes.
That's all you get, and it just smoothly pans from whatever direction they're going in. You get wide shots. You get the shots to their faces, and you get wide. That's all you get for these fight scenes. The camera is stiller than Drax when he's invisible. Like you would not. There's so much integrity in these scenes. And another thing is, this is something you'll notice if you analyze the shit out of action scenes. If you watch the Red Room fight in Last Jedi,
Oh, okay.
right? You like the Last Jedi scene because you're captivated about what's happening between Rey and Kylo. But if you look at how this fight's going,
You hear
why
this?
was that guy waiting?
I've changed my opinions on this one. You know,
Some of these guys are waiting for a cue,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you weren't so caught by the action, you would have realized these guys are waiting.
Yeah.
It didn't feel that way in this Batman. Get to see a Batman who has to realistically take a fight. And man, can he take the fight, but that the fight also takes it to him. It doesn't neglect that he's human.
Yeah.
Nor do they also neglect the fact that sometimes these fuckers have guns.
Yeah. No, but I do get it though. This fight scene was shot well because it was in a crowded area. Of course, they don't want to shoot their own guy by accident.
Yes.
So the only time when they actually pulled out a gun was him in that one gangway,
Yes.
and he was all exposed, and he had that
Yes.
pipe.
Yes.
I say they did that perfect, and they did this in a club scene.
No,
No
but
strobe lights and no, and they shot it perfect. I just
Yeah.
want to give them that.
Yeah. No, like, but what I'm saying is, like, that's it. They're not neglecting that these are multiple guys. Like, they're not, like, waiting for Batman to get done with the other guy, then they got on him. No, they're all like, ah, fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's chaotic. The fight is chaotic, but the shots aren't.
No.
You know, by the time this ends, with Colin Farrell doing his best Robert De Niro. Hey, sweetheart, take it easy.
Take it easy, sweetheart.
Take it easy, sweetheart. Let's talk. Let's talk. So they talk.
That's how Robert De Niro looks. You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Talking to me.
Vengeance talking to me.
Vengeance, you talking to me?
I also
That's-
love that. They call
That's
him
also,
Vengeance.
that's also something I really love.
Yeah.
How many times has he called Batman in this movie? Barely any. He was mostly called Vengeance. Even Penguin exclusively called him Vengeance. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking, and he's trying to get links to whoever Riddler is, right? I
Yeah.
think it's Riddler.
Or like whoever
Uh,
the lady was with the mayor at the time. Like,
Oh yeah, there was a scandal with the mayor. He had
Yeah.
he had a girl on him.
Right, and that's another thing. Like, Riddler has info on the people that he's killing and revealing why he does it.
Yeah, every corrupt politician or cop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he shows evidence.
Mm-hmm. On purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's another cool thing, because I actually, like, if you look at the motivations of the Riddler, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm actually cool with it. Like, besides what he does later, actually, you're right. This is fine. I'm not. If I were in your shoes, I'd say, you know, yeah, keep at it. Do it. Like,
Anything for 500 followers.
didn't you imagine him just killing the fuck? It was the mayor. He was right. He kills the
Yeah.
mayor, and he's like, I don't know. Benny 42069 is just like, huh, wrap his face in duct tape.
Send 20 stars.
And I'll do like $100 worth of gifted subs. You know what, Benny 69420, I got you. He's live streaming all this shit. Well, like, he's live streaming a lot. I don't think he live
yeah.
streams. Like, he live streams a lot. And yeah, that's another thing. You know, the Riddler does what we do. He makes content. He makes content for evil Twitch, which is just wild.
Me and Enzo were having this talk while we were watching the movie. I whispered to him when they showed the live stream. I was like, "Damn, Ritter got more followers than we do."
Dude, I said the same shit to Eno while we were watching. Like we're like a full like floor away from each other, right?
Yeah.
Like one row and another row, and me and Eno were like that much distance from you, and I whispered to Ina, "Sana all,
No.
sana all ganyan engagement at followers."
Okay. But please do not tell us how to make bombs.
Or tell us that you're bringing rifles. We don't endorse that.
No, please don't.
He presents the pictures to Penguin, and he's like, "Eh? And Penguin's like, "Eh." And then Selena shows up for the first part with one of her many wigs.
Yeah.
Looks at Batman, looks at the pictures, looks at Batman, looks at the pictures, looks at Penguin, looks at the pictures, looks at the drink, looks at Batman.
It's suspicious.
And he's like, "Don't worry, he's we're doing the thing here. Don't worry about it." Saying stereotypical
Not drunk, sweetheart.
Don't worry about the drinks. It's good you take care of the drinks, sweetheart. Take it. You're doing good job. You're diddly. Just I don't know what gangsters say. I didn't memorize every line. I saw this movie once. I don't remember what he said. All I know is that's how he sounds.
It's okay.
I did a good job. Don't worry.
There was sexual tension from the start.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You know, like she's like looking at Penguin, ugh, scars. Looks at pictures, ugh, friend. Looks at Batman, ugh, scary, but I want to fuck him. Like, there's this weird, very schoolboy sexual tension between the two of them.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you see the romance, but you also see it's kind of awkward because like I don't think these two really know how to handle themselves with people too much. So it's all kind of weird.
Yeah, I see Selena. She can do it pretty well because it's pretty much her job.
Yeah, but it's also kind of weird, you know? Like, it's... You know the Batman just, like, he doesn't know how to deal with... Like, this is one thing from R. Pat's Batman that I'm like, this is what's different from this Batman and every other Batman. This Batman don't know how to deal with fuck... At all.
No, because, like, he never looks at him straight on. It's always to the side and just like... Alright. Like, you just see the eyes pointing at them and like, hello.
Is this how you talk to women?
He's subscribed to Alpha M.
But yes, like, you see Selena look at these pictures and with an oh shit look on her, right? Then, like, she serves the drinks. And I think she leaves after this. To my knowledge, she leaves. Yeah. I remember, I think she leaves.
Yeah. She immediately leaves because she knows, like, oh shit, that's my friend.
Yeah. That's my random Russian friend. She's Russian, right? She's not from there.
She's Russian. She's like her name's like Natalia or something.
Of course, only Russians are named Natalia.
Sorry.
No, that adds up. So you see one thing here in Gotham. It's like he's been around for 2 years.
Yeah.
And you know he's not in cahoots with Penguin. But Penguin's not something you just brush off. Like that's the nature of the Penguin with Gotham. You can't just get rid of him. He's an important aspect of what makes Gotham Gotham. Like the corruption, he has a hand in every pot. He's not quite the Penguin we know, because like Penguin is already the Carmine Falcone, the Sal Maroni of this universe. Batman's intelligent, but you can also see that Riddler is a step ahead of him. Because I think after Selena leaves here, we get to encounter Riddler's next victim. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, which
she
one?
Tries to get with Selena. The guy who'll show up later at the funeral.
Oh, right. What's his name again? Peter Skarsgård. Yeah.
One of the many Skarsgårds. I've seen him in other stuff. I've seen him in a lot of other stuff.
Bad guy in Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My head's growing too big. Like, stop it.
Right.
Please.
When he looked exactly like Hyde from that 70s show. Anyway. Sure, he looked exactly like Hyde.
Yeah.
We get to see him trying to get Selena. Doesn't work. She leaves. He goes back to his car, going like, "Oh God, I could have cheated on my wife, or whatever." And then he just, Riddler's already in the car, does something to him. You don't know what. You'll find out the next day. And then the next day, you get to see Brucey Cobain. Just this really weird-looking guy who still thinks it's in to look like Nick Carter. Going to the mayor's funeral. There's another thing at play here. There's a funeral for, like, a more traditionalist mayor, right? Like, there were two mayors vying for the position. The other guy was the one who Riddler killed first.
Yeah.
Who tried to maintain the status quo built by the Waynes and the Arkhams.
Yeah.
And you have this other progressive mayor. And you see him come to the funeral, and he sees the mayor's kid, which I think he sees again. Like, this is the second time he sees him.
Yeah.
And he's Bruce Wayne right now. He sees the kid, and this guy just looks at every kid, or everyone, the same way. Whether he's Bruce or Batman, he's like...
The kid's like, Mom,
That
help.
man is looking at me.
And he's just like, I hear car noises. And everyone's like, we also hear car noises. Is it just me, or is it getting suspiciously near? No, this shit usually happens in Gotham. Then Bruce just go like, that shit's about to go through the door. And then, like, it does go through the door. And then he's like, gotta save my future Robin. Runs to the kid, right? And...
You Dick, my name's not Dick.
It's Charlie. It's Dick now.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Dick. I'll keep you safe. My name's Charlie. Shh, Dick. You're traumatized. It's okay, Dick.
One escape for safety. You'll.
Here's this red and black suit for protection.
Do you like our niece?
No.
Do you like our niece? This is a Filipino fighting stick. You will master it in your adulthood.
With a taser on the end. Have fun.
Yes, with the taser on the end. Don't neglect the fact that it says Wayne Tech. I don't know who Bruce Wayne is. Who's Bruce Wayne?
It's Bruce Wayne who's talking to him.
He has a hard time separating.
Fuck you are. Mommy's crazy. Help.
Dick, don't go to that strange woman. You're a billionaire now. He's full on Reiner from Attack on Titan. And out of the Escalade that just ran into the church and everything within the church that it could run into, is the fourth Skarsgård in Hollywood, wrapped in all of the duct tape, just a lot of duct tape, and the cell phone. And it's ringing, and everyone's like, "Oh no, a phone call!" So they all run away.
Yeah.
Like, he has a bomb on him, but I'm pretty sure they ran away because no one wants to answer a phone call. It's 2022.
That's how you activate the bomb. That's just pretty much common sense.
Yeah, I know, but like, come on, let's be real. No one wants to. But like that, I'm keeping up with this logic. I'm keeping up with the fact that no one wanted to answer a phone call. It's weird, bro. Send a text.
If you want, I was gonna say, if you want to contact me, text me.
Yeah,
Don't
like
call
Messenger's
me.
right there, man. Come on.
No, but like I gotta say, I love this scene because you can tell that Matt Reeves took out every serial killer from the book. Like, this is pretty much straight out of Saw.
Yeah.
And how you heard it being put on as well. I'm like, this is a Saw movie now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! But now everybody else is fucked, not just him.
Yeah.
And that shit was shocking to me. I was like, I see what you did there, you bastard. Good job.
I love the two sides of this thriller. Like, the previous murder after the mayor was the partner.
7.
The partner of Gordon, right? And he died.
Yeah,
That we
like a
don't
rat.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't see,
Yeah,
with
we don't see
the
Exactly,
rat
like
head.
7. You're like, you don't really see what happens, but based on the reaction to the pictures, like, oh, okay. And then with the guy in the church, that's totally Jigsaw.
I was
I have a neck bomb.
Yeah.
I have a neck bomb. A completely original thought process and device from the DC universe. No one's ever thought of putting a neck bomb on a bad guy. No one.
Manuel is just watching the news. He's like, "Oh my god!" Write that down.
Oh no! That sounds great. We're keeping it. But ma'am, only psychopaths would do it. Do it. And it takes them like all day. Like they answer riddles. 3 riddles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you answer one wrong, it blows up.
Batman answers the phone first. And then he's like, I want to play a game. Right? Well, clearly having a hard time breathing. I want to play a game.
That's a Ram Rap's killing me.
This was a terrible costume choice.
This is on me. You good man, Reeves.
Who thought that clang rap would cling? Anyway. You have to answer 3 riddles. And then
you have a minute. Sorry.
Shit. A minute. Oh my god, oxygen to my... is this what kills me, not the Batman?
You have a minute, just like me, huh? Oh, you're in clean rap, I see.
It's the cling rap. It's the cling rap. Please answer these questions. So he answers the questions, basically spills all the dirt on himself. Because he should.
Again, purposefully.
Yes. And he blows up anyway.
No, because he then, like, who's the rat? He's like, I can't say who the rat is.
Oh,
Who's the biggest player in Gotham?
Because, again, he can't say, because if he does say...
They're gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill him anyway. He dies if he doesn't say. He dies if he does say. It doesn't matter. Like, if he gets to live, his family doesn't.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
if he solves this riddle, the guy's still gonna be sleeping with the Fishers by the end. So,
Right.
there's that.
There's a lose-lose situation for this guy. And I love this. I love how this scene was shot. Like, not shot, sorry. How it began as well. Again, it's slow. It is... what would you call it? Kind of like no.
It's patient.
No, what do you call it? Like you try to tell somebody not to jump off a building, kind of like scene where I'll talk to you.
Negotiation scene.
Yeah. Like, hey, I'll talk to you. Just calm down. Let's figure this out together. Batman had that scene, and I liked it. Again, very investigator movie.
He's a cop.
He's a cop. Yeah. And I love that. I love how they handled this scene.
Future.
Again, coming out of the whole, again, coming out of the shadows. Should we do?
Though I don't think Batman going, tell me what the rat is. He's like, what's gonna kill me first, the bat or the mob?
The bat, the mob, the Riddler.
Just increasing the number of people who hate him.
Also, look, I swear, and Patterson just getting a face load of explosives.
Yes.
I would say bullshit. This should be burned.
Right.
Everybody would identify Bruce Wayne as Batman because of this.
That's
being
true.
burned up.
That's true.
I love how the GCPD pulls a Spider-Man 2 is like, let's not remove his mask right now. We're in a church. We're in public. Let's try to remove it while we're in headquarters.
We're seconds away from him waking up.
Yeah. That one cop just grabs his ears and gets knocked the fuck out. Well,
I mean, to be honest, I was kind of like the teachers in like back in our school. I was like, I mean, you kind of had it coming.
Sunday I'm gonna be doing a video to elaborate on that with the Geeks and Degenerates boys. It's crazy. And one thing I like about the church scene is it very, very, very adamantly displays the lack of separation between Brucey Boy and the Bat. He's not 2 different people. He's one guy. Because he doesn't know how to turn it off yet. And that was cool to see. Like, this is the first Batman we've seen that has a hard time with his own sense of duality.
I mean, yeah, they had that whole conversation with Alfred before this scene.
If anything, this movie delivered exactly what the title card delivered. We're giving you the Batman. Where's Bruce Wayne? It's called the Batman. We never promised you Bruce Wayne.
Now sit down and watch it. You paid for this.
Yes, sit down and watch our fucking movie for 3 hours, okay? You don't know jack shit. No, we won't restore the Snyderverse.
That thing is dead.
It isn't though. It's dead. Oh, fuck you.
And then this is the this is the hilarious scene. We finally got into the fucking hilarious scene because this is where he talks to Gordon, right?
Yeah.
This is the one where he fucking talks to Gordon. And this is another thing I want to point out about this movie. This movie is weirdly funny.
Yeah.
Like
it's really funny.
As much as this is the darkest movie ever filmed in every library in existence, in my opinion, this was definitely fucking filmed in the library. You know how everyone was whispering sometimes for no reason?
Yep.
It's like every piece of dialogue was delivered. Yeah, that's the guy.
I mean, especially with that one cop where he's like, "Are you sure you could trust the Batman?" Like,
first of all, whoever's stepping on your chest, get him off.
It's Matt Reeves. Like, please.
This movie was an ASMR. I completely agree. Like, that was one issue I have with this movie. Everything was filmed in the fucking library. Everyone was loud whispering. So sometimes it was too relaxing. Like,
it wasn't helping me either because I was dead tired that day.
I was dead tired from all the travel and all the waking up I've been doing for the last 3 days before that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was just fucking... It's bad.
That's the guy.
To capture the cop is crooked.
Like, even the mic can't pick up.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the score was really the thing that kept the vibe. If the score wasn't there, sometimes I could, like, maybe fall asleep to it. But, like, not because the movie was bad, but because everyone was ASMRing. It was too relaxing.
Ben was like, "Oh, you like that?" It's like tapping the mic.
Catwoman starts scratching, like, just tapping it with her claws. Yeah, but they have this conversation. And because no one is good with Batman right now, they wanted to arrest him.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
He punched the officer, so they're like, "We have him for assault now, don't!" Gordon's like, "Leave the room, I'll talk to him."
I want to talk about that scene because this shit was so funny to me. Because you see Gordon, right? He's like, to the outside view, to the cops, he's like telling him off. He's like,
Yeah.
"You don't do this, you don't do that.
Yeah.
I got a lead on somebody, and I gotta tell you about the lead." I'm like, this is starting to look like a Key and Peele skit.
Nah, said, bitch. But you said bitch, though. Yeah, I said bitch. I said bitch.
And I was like, as intense the scene was, I was really trying to hold my laugh in.
Two best friends in the room, they're gonna kiss. True. Their faces were very close to each other. They looked so angry. It was like, who's that guy with the broken nose that looks a lot like TVA Owen Wilson? It's like, that guy is TVA. So you think he's crooked? I think most of your cops are crooked, man. Like, what the fuck?
9 times out of 10.
And then he's like, "You got the information." I definitely got the information. This fucking decks him in the face.
You gotta see that shot again, though. You just see Gordon just. Fuck! You just see the man keel over from that shot. And I'm like, oh my god!
That's why I was like, you couldn't pull that punch, asshole.
He was like, I did.
No, that's what he says later. But for now, we get.
That was like shit.
We just see Batman run through a hallway of nothing but cops. I swear to God, they're like every cop in the precinct is right here, and they're all running at him at the same time. And this is the only questionable part of, like, you know he's armed. Why aren't you shooting? I guess it's because it's a cramped precinct or some shit, but like, I think that's a lot of people chasing him at the same time. I think they all just kind of went apeshit that just happened.
What's funny is that they're all screaming at the same time.
They're screaming at the same time. That's why I couldn't help but have that music, that comedy chase scene music in my head. I was watching it and laughing.
They were screaming so loud, the people upstairs got the memo. Like, the Batman's here.
Right. Nobody got even like any information. people 5 floors up knew what the assignment was.
Yes. Yes.
When we all scream, ah, that means Batman's here. Yes, Chief. We got this.
In unison. I want a Gregorian chant of ah constantly ascending as you chase the Batman. And then we see Batman go to a gargoyle because of course the GCPD building has gargoyles too. Almost as if it was built for Batman to go on the gargoyles. And he puts on his favorite sauna suit. You know?
How long did he pull that out though? Not gonna lie.
I think it's part of his cape because he didn't have a cape after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does that. And he slowly turns it into his flying squirrel suit.
Yeah.
Or wingsuit. But let's be real, he looked like a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
I love him being like, oh, fuck, shit, fuck. I hope this works.
It's anger, right?
He's hesitating to jump because he's like, fuck, shit, I have no time. Okay, I'm jumping. And you could tell he was unprepared for this as well.
Like, you just hear it like Spider-Verse. It's just a leap of faith, Bruce.
It's like, Alfred, I swear to God, this better work. Alfred, please let this work. Please let this work. Ah, it's working. Ah, fuck, shit.
No, I'm not like you could tell. Bruce Wayne, sure, he flies right next to buildings. That was not on purpose.
Yeah.
He was like, that was too close.
You could feel the tension from it. You could really feel like, I don't know how to do this, but I don't have time to learn. So he does it, and he fucking eats it.
The man eats pavement and trash.
He eats it. Like, eats it. And we're just like, damn, that looked like it hurts so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, maybe he got his hands up in the right time, since everything on his batsuit seems to be made of vibranium or Beskar. It's like this
Or that indestructible cloth from John Wick.
Still didn't take a dent. Like not at all. He's still fine. And like he's limping now because it hurt. The impact hurt, but like there's no visible damage on him. And I think he goes back to the mayor's house, right?
Yeah.
No, he talks to Gordon.
Yeah.
He puts the light up.
Yeah, that's why it's like, you should have pulled your
Right.
punch, asshole. But I love the pork butcher's like, what the fuck hit me?
No, you gotta love though that scene where like Jim Gordon comes in and Bat's already there, but he's like in the shadows and does that thing again. Well, makes you think like, how long has he been like? Oh shit, he's here.
He's in the shadows. He's coming up. I hear the elevator. Okay, walk out of the shadows. So you could have pulled that punch. You could have pulled your mom. Ow!
It's like,
He says I did pull the punch, and we're just like, that's him pulling a punch.
Yeah. Me and Sam had the same reaction, like, damn.
it's like, you could have pulled that punch, show could have gravity. Ah, wait.
So they're talking, he gets more information. And this is this where he encounters Selena for the first time after?
But no, that happened.
We missed
Yeah.
the.
Where she puts the contact lenses and then she sees, and then we meet Sector 7, Vito Corleone. Like, what the fuck?
Right. But we gotta go back to that first encounter, right?
Yeah.
She goes to, was this the mayor's house?
That he stops her in?
Oh.
Because yeah, that's the first fight.
Where she steals the passport. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're this is the coolest Catwoman Batman encounter I've seen. Another sign of like the integrity of their shots for the action. Like Catwoman straight up, like the fighting style. You know, a lot of taekwondo. I think
Taekwondo and
a lot of-
karate.
Yeah. Karate was definitely incorporated into it. It was a very rigid, slightly fluid style. It was acrobatic. But like her kicks were rigid. You know?
Yeah, she's doing it at heels too. Like
A lot of extension. Like it was I like the way that her fighting styles are very you know, stretchy, flexible. I don't know, but like she fights the way, you know, Catwoman would fight in Injustice or something. You know?
Very flamboyant. I would say. Like all she's missing is like a cartwheel kick.
Yeah, yeah. But once she gets to the strike, it's rigid.
Yeah, yeah.
Batman is a bit like his shots are stronger, but you could tell he was pulling punches here too.
Yeah.
Like he did with Gordon. Very cool first encounter, and they develop some kind of a relationship.
I mean, you saw that scene with them on the piano. I'm like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'll see where you go in here, Bruce. And then, like, you know, him trying to shut her up because there was a cop coming. I was like, y'all getting too close, eh?
Yeah, and they develop kind of a... We're kind of cool with each other. We're kind of not. We're kind of cool with each other. We're kind of cool with it.
I swear, we watched this with, like, a couple of friends, and Nina was there. And, again, we're seated quite far away. And I'm just looking at Nina just going crazy when it came to this scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you reacting to? Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
I love the reactions. It was funny. See?
And then, like, we jump back to the scene, I guess, right? We jump back to the Gordon on rooftop scene. They have more information. I think this is where they head down to, I think, Penguin's operation at the
Yeah,
docks?
the drugs and, like, the teddy bears.
Yeah, I missed that part. Like, why was Selena trying to rob Cobblepot?
Money?
Money. Okay.
She needed get out of here money.
Yeah,
okay.
because it was the scene, like, right after she found out that somebody broke into her house and took, you know, her friend. Yeah. And then that's when she was like, I like strays. And then she's like touchy-feely with Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how Batman is just waiting to come. Like, she's not dead yet, right? Because I'm sitting in my car trying to rev up the fucking engine. Please, God, don't be dead.
The billionaire doesn't know how to drive stick.
No, there's a thing I pointed out to, like, Seb, where you hear the supercharger just revving up. I'm like, oh yeah, and then the lights turn on and you see the turbine turn on and then it just dies. I'm like, did Bruce stall?
Like, fuck shit, not again.
Gago lang sa clutch. Anyway.
Yeah, you just see Bruce doing like clutch in, gear 1, little bit of gas.
I don't like. I was like, like you could spin it as an intimidation tactic. You know, the car equivalent of.
Yeah.
You know.
But I like to think that he kind of fucked up there.
Yeah. I feel like it's more in the direction of he fucked up. And this tremendous fucking. Before this though, like he has an argument with Catwoman, which ends up knocking him the fuck out. Because he gets shot somewhere and he gets knocked the fuck out and they're like, shit. Then she looks and he's gone. And already you see the car slowly rev up. And then we get the Penguin Batman chase scene. One of the coolest chase scenes. Once it gets going, it's a really cool chase scene.
Once he gets a clutch right,
once he gets a clutch right, it's a really cool chase scene.
He's like, templa lang.
Yeah.
He was so mad from stalling and the traffic. Like, God fucking damn it. Why?
It's so fucking cool. It's a really cool chase scene, and this chase scene also doesn't neglect traffic. Traffic's a thing.
Yeah.
And they genuinely weave through this shit. Until they're like, let's just embrace a pileup. Let's just let a pileup happen. Have shit explode. Then you hear Colin Farrell's, "Oh, you fucking stupid bastard! I got you! I got you!"
And you just see the Batmobile just come out. I'm like, Like I saw this scene in the trailers, but I'm like,
when you defeat that final boss in Doom, just to find out that like he has a second life bar.
Is that monkey boss insecure? Like, he's dead. He's still alive. I beheaded him though.
I got you. What?
And then he crashes the car. Like
yeah,
Batman makes him crash his car, right?
Yeah.
he just pretty much just, you know,
Yeah. And then like it's upside down, and you get one of the coolest shots in history. Upside down, but like it's cool. You know.
Not gonna lie though, that should have killed Penguin. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt the entire
Was he
time.
not wearing a seatbelt?
No, he wasn't. And then
Bro.
magically he had the seatbelt on.
Because he
like-
had the fat suit to protect him, you know.
I guess.
I
But that
guess.
thing flipped like 12 times probably.
Like
I'm
how
like, nobody should live from that.
how is your
Yeah.
jaw not in the steering wheel at this point?
They interrogate Penguin,
Hmm.
and then Penguin eventually gives him a Spanish lesson.
El Rada.
You are L.
Shit.
Shit. It was he was giving us a sight.
Penguin, I'll pay for that Maserati.
He's like, I am. Batman's just like, I fucked up. That was on me. Ozzy, my man, Ozzy, my boy. I am so sorry.
Just as a YouTube apology.
He starts recording a video sitting down in front of his couch.
Tearing up, his face is
yeah.
red.
I am so sorry. My bad. This was my bad. I fucked up here. I'm sorry about the duct tape. I'm sorry it got to this. I know we're never gonna be good. And I will keep you in jail someday, like permanently, for sure. But
I'm trying
this
to be
fuck up was
better.
on me. This fuck up was on me. This wasn't on you. And I shouldn't have done it. And you know what, man? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then they leave. Right?
I'm trying to be better.
They leave him still tied up like you sons of bitches. Help!
You know what? Let's take this as a learning experience and move on. All right? Take it easy, Ozzy. We're out. So yes, this is happening, and they go back, right? I think. Is this the thumb drive scene, or did I miss the thumb drive scene?
You missed some thumb drives.
All right. So they
Thumb
figure out
drive.
later on that that like one of the ciphers was drive. Like if you
Yeah.
solve it, it's drive. And they're like, we have to check the garages. And then in one of the cars was a thumb drive with a thumb attached to it. He lifts it up, looks Gordon straight in the eye, possibly holding in as much laughter as he possibly could, and says, "Thumb drive." He said that shit with a straight face, and you could tell he wanted so badly to just giggle a bit. But yeah, they figure out his next target, I think, right? Who's the next target again?
With the penguin one, with the URL, it's Bruce.
Yeah.
It's Bruce Wayne. It's Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne. I love this part because I was like, by this part actually, I was going like, there's no separation with this voice. He's using one voice. He's George Clooneying it. He's using one voice, and he's like, the target's Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, the billionaire Bruce Wayne. This man's a bit of a recluse. It's gonna be pretty easy to find. Where is he? Where'd he go?
Hello?
He did it again. Batman? Batman?
It's like Bethan's here.
Where'd he go? God damn it. And yeah, he Batman's already run by this point. And he's going to his house. Then he keeps on trying to call the house. And you see Alfred going like, Pattinsy's have letter. Yeah, I don't know what to call him. So he's opening a letter while Bruce is trying to desperately call the house.
Yeah.
Only for the letter to only have 2 letters on it, C4. And it doesn't have letters on it. But like, it blows up because it's C4, right?
Yeah.
And then
No,
it turns out, like, the phone gets answered first, right? And he's like, I don't know her name. What's her name?
Connie.
Do you remember the girl's name?
The secretary.
Connie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Connie.
Ronnie?
Connie.
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 He speaks, going like, Connie, I need to talk to Alfred. Something bad is going to happen. And I was like, it's a different voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's using a different voice when he talks as Bruce Wayne. Damn. That was actually really subtle. Conroy, this man is coming for your gig. He really is.
Be funny that he forgot he was Bruce Wayne. He's like, Connie. She's like, you're Batman? Fuck.
Oh, Batman.
No, but that was amazing because I saw the separation. I saw the change.
Yeah.
I saw the desperation in him trying to go like, I need to be Bruce Wayne right now. It turns out he's already too late. And it's happened.
I was so shocked.
Hour ago, by the way. It happened an hour ago.
He was as late as you can be. And then Bruce goes to the hospital. You know? And then he's like,
my bad.
my bad.
No, but I want to go back to it though, because again, very subtle. They don't say it's C4. Alfred turns to the letter and it just says fireproof. And you just know that there's a bomb in the fucking building. I'm like, shh. Hey.
Honestly, one of the things that made me freak out about this is like,
are they killing Alfred?
Alfred.
are they like year one-ing this? Are they gonna kill him already? Wait, no, he's alive in Dark Knight Returns, but he dies at one point, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a version of Batman, definitely written by Frank Miller, where he dies, and it's just, I was like, I'm not ready to lose this Alfred, especially after we haven't seen anything from him.
Yeah.
And I thought this was the reason why, because he ends up dying, and apparently he's not dead, but.
I mean, if you saw me and Nina in like the theater at the same time when we saw Alfred alive on the hospital bed, we both went. Oh.
Dude, I felt the same way when I saw the letter explode. I was like,
Sammy, I'm like, fuck.
Like I really thought they're gonna break Bruce here by taking their their father figure after pretty much telling him that you're not my dad.
exactly. Like imagine that being your last words to him, and then Bruce goes like, I had a father once, and he taught me that with great power comes great responsibility. But like, I was glad they didn't do it. I'm glad they didn't pull through with it. And he's talking about like, I'm as guilty of the death of your parents as anybody else. Like he talks like Bruce is like, why didn't you tell me that my father was into some shady fuck business and shit, right? Because he finds out.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes to Carmine before this, right? He goes to Carmine, has his first talk with Under Enemy Scrotum.
Yeah.
About what was the link between you and my father, right? And then he wanted someone silenced, and then turns out they did it, and that this Sal Maroni was so pissed off with the idea that he was gonna be linked to Carmine that they had him killed. And then Alfred was like, "No, sir, they were good people." I'm still doing my cocaine.
I failed you.
I failed you. I failed you. And he said like, no, that's not the case. And then he told him the story. I forgot what the story was, but it was.
So it was still on point where like
Carmine.
Yeah, he asked Carmine to take care of somebody, probably just threaten him, make him get out of town.
Yeah.
Or make him shut up.
But this reporter was so stubborn, it's like, we have to whack him. And then he told Thomas, and Thomas was so devastated that he's like, I'm gonna campaign against you and everything you stand for, and then that's when they got whacked too.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's how that happened. Sorry, Joe Chill.
Maybe JoJo was the one who whacked him.
I'm pretty sure it could have been Joe Chill. So that happens. He realizes that, damn, this Gotham is more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. And after this, what happens? Help me recall. This is a really long movie. This is why I needed you guys here.
I think at this point, we also learned that Selina is the daughter of Carmine Falcone. She's like, I'm gonna kill him, and Batman's like, no, don't kill him. And there with a crooked
Oh yeah. Where they had that guy. Was it Selena found this guy, the guy with the mustache, Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he had the
and
recording.
she had a gun on him. Sorry, I don't remember his name.
No. I remember the scene specifically for one reason.
What?
Because this is the scene where he was like, don't waste your life, Selena. Don't kill him. Don't waste your life. She's like, don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them. And she kicks him off. Right? Like every cat that's ever looked at you straight in the face when you said, don't knock my thing off that table. It was just like...
And like he has the recording of her friend being killed by Falcone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Falcone directly too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
With the best phone audio that Seb's pointed out, like that's pretty good
Yeah.
audio for a cell phone.
Dude, if I could get my phone, if I could get a phone to sound that's the closest thing they have to the guy who definitely died from not getting hit by a truck scene.
Yeah.
Like, that's the closest thing to a production flaw, because it did not sound like the phone was in the, was in someone's hand. It felt like someone plugged the phone in to a soundboard and fed it directly onto the surroundings of this particular shot. But yeah, you hear that play. And then she tries to kill him, doesn't successfully do it, jumps off the roof, mysteriously disappears. Habulin mo ko, habulin mo ko. Like that shit, right?
Yeah.
And then I think he goes directly for Carmine now after this, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both do.
Yeah, they go directly for Carmine, but Selena makes it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's like, is this a prostitute thing? What is it? What did she do?
This was the thing I was gonna
ask for a
mention.
favor.
Yeah. Because one of her friends is like missing or something.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though. This is the weird thing. Does this mean that Carmine Falcone hired Selena Kyle to do weird stuff with? Because he was a little bit weird to her, like, with the touching in the face when they first met.
I don't think they've ever gone there, but I think they had like a previous relationship as like
Yeah.
business associates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
And,
making.
Carmine is an old, dirty Italian man. I don't see him going, understanding, the physical boundaries of a woman.
Okay.
He's also a crime boss.
Yeah, he's a mob boss. Like, he doesn't understand shit. And like she just comes to him. Her plan is like, please help me find my friend. I know you killed him, so let me grab this issue and bang. But it falls to shit because of Batman.
Yeah. And then she's like, he has to pay. He has to pay. And he's just like, he will. But you don't have to pay along with him.
You paid enough.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
dude, when he said that, like, honestly, one of the scenes that hit me the most in the movie. It's like, I'm at a point where I'm also very vengeful towards people. Like, if you fucking run them down, like, I'd fucking kill those people. And for him to say that line, it hit hard. It's like,
Right?
Yeah.
Damn. This Bruce doesn't fucking miss, and I hate it. I hate it. It worked really well.
It did.
And this is
He's arrested because he's the rat, and like all of the mob knows he's the rat.
yes.
And like he's brought to the light, which is important. And Penguin's like, "You fucking rat!" And he's like, "You call me a rat on the day my daughter tries to kill me," and then he gets killed by Riddler.
He gets killed by
You didn't have to do that.
I've been waiting to.
I love that.
Shout out to your friend, huh?
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, he did that. He called me a rat on the day that my daughter tried to kill me. It's supposed to be on my daughter's wedding.
I get
Yeah.
it now. I get it now. God,
But,
this movie had a lot of great nods to great movies, huh?
It felt very Godfather when it came to
Like-
Falcone.
When
I'm also so proud of the actor of Carmine Falcone to go from under enemy scrotum to this. He's a very good Carmine Falcone.
I couldn't take him seriously. First time seeing him, I really couldn't.
I agree.
Me too. I'm like,
I agree.
Sector 7?
Sector 7? Right? And then
Marvel Ladies Man 217.
and as he goes on, I start to fear him as the mob, and he did an amazing job. Sadly, he's dead, but
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of Falcone, but
You know who I
more
want to see
important.
more of?
Who?
The man who orchestrated the entire Long Halloween storyline, Carmine's son.
Oh.
Because
Right.
it gets worse after Carmine. Carmine's son is involved and he's fucked up.
Before he dies, I love the ghost of like, I'm a mob boss. You're just a guy in a bat suit. Why do I have to fear you? Because it's just 2 years of him being Batman. If it was Affleck, for sure he'll be shitting his pants. But like,
I mean, comparing Robert to Batfleck, that man's straight up a wall with ears. Like you're like you think I fear? Yeah,
I
a little bit. So I'll be terrified. It was Batfleck standing right across from me. I'll be like, I'm a mob boss, but don't hurt me.
But you have brass knuckles on your hands. Please don't hurt me.
I'm a mob boss, sir. Please, I have a family. But yeah, shortly after this, we actually, they go there, he's not there, then later on, you find out where he is.
Right across the street.
Riddler. Yeah. He's in the diner recreating that painting.
Yeah, fucking Nighthawk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was beautiful.
They
But
did
yeah,
their
we
best.
get it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was about to say they did their best to make Paul Dano look like a serial killer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the police sketch of the Zodiac Killer.
Right.
That's who he is.
I mean, I gotta say, casting was amazing, but at the start though, when I heard that Paul Dano was the Riddler, I was like, "Ah, I don't find him scary," or something like. That was the thing though. Serial killers don't look scary. They are you and me.
They're creepier at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're creepy at best, and Paul Dano did an amazing job at it.
Yes.
This guy straight up was at the coffee shop, and he was like, "You guys were kind of slow, and I got bored. So here I am. Hi."
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see him turn around to a sea of way too many cops with a smile on his face, and you're like, "What the fuck is Edwin doing in the Batman?" Yeah, it did. He kind of looks like Edwin. He kind of looks like Edwin if Edwin chose to go with a nerdier aesthetic.
Go with a nerdier aesthetic and very mentally ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets brought to jail. He's in Blackgate now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he talks.
What have you done? Huh?
He talks to the Riddler, and then the Riddler's like, Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne.
Way.
And then you could see Batman getting real tense. This didn't happen, but you could just feel him reaching behind for his Glock. The just in case Glock. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne's the only one left. Go on.
Continue. Yeah, but I love that scene because I was like, actually, no. I love and hate this scene at the same time because it made me really tense. You get to see this part where, oh fuck. You know what that means when the supervillain or the villain finds the true identity of the superhero. They have to die. And I was like, yeah?
I need to one flew over the cuckoo's nest this guy.
Yeah.
I need to lobotomize him. I can't kill, but I can lobotomize him.
Riddler
But yeah,
only
that
sleep.
makes him useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, we will lose the Riddler if he knew who Batman was. I was like, shit! He's the only one left. Oh, thank God! I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you.
I think Batman also felt exactly the same way you did.
No, because you see Batman with the puppy dog guys. He's like, I don't know what the fuck are you talking about?
Who's Bruce Wayne? Whoa.
No, he's that fat, the fat kid meme where he's like,
Yeah.
It's like, shit, I have to kill the Riddler and the security guard watching this.
Yeah, then he realizes he's not on his side. Like,
mm,
this is another thing I love. They pulled this from the comics. Riddler's a big Batman fan.
yeah.
That's one of the reasons why he does it. He's a big Batman fan. And then he realizes Batman isn't down with what he's doing, and he's like, but we were supposed to watch it here! Together!
We were safe here! What do you mean? Oh, fuck!
He's like, guess you're just gonna have to see it with the rest of them. The rest of... What have you done? What have you done? What... Martha died! And he just repeatedly says, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? While punching glass he apparently can't break.
Well, I feel like it was ready, though. You hear the vibrations.
Yeah. But like... Oh, it was kind of funny when you saw it in the trailer, but when you saw it here, it was like, wow, that is a helpless situation.
Mm-hmm.
He can't stop this because he's continuously asking him what he's done. Because he can't fucking find out or even try. And then it goes down.
Yeah.
Right? He goes away and the Riddler's just like, Ave Maria! And then he just watches it. Boom. Boom. Ba-boom, boom, boom. Right? And then Africa.
Rickroll. Oh.
So, yeah, Gotham is blowing to shit.
Mm.
Like, the infrastructure, the water, it's flooding everywhere. Everything is going to shit.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to pick up the pieces as best we can. The new mayoral candidate has her fucking campaign thing going on, and everyone is trying to just get shit together.
Mm.
The Riddler's just like a bunch of them with sniper rifles, as if you needed multiple ones. Yes,
These
yes.
things were terrifying.
Right.
These guys
Dude,
were
they were scary and they got the job done, man. Like, because everything was going into chaos, Jim was trying to get her out of there, but she was like, no, I need to address it. They'll listen to me. So she comes out, she gets sniped straight in the fucking shoulder, and they're just like, fuck. And then they get her out, and then Batman finally arrives.
Surprised he wasn't like, Officer Cannon Fodder, can you get the mic for me? I'll just make my own notes.
Yes, exactly.
That would have been the smartest way of addressing the situation. Yes.
Officer Cannon Father. Oh god, that was good. So, they finally get her out. Batman beats the shit out of some goons. He gets shot again with something enough to give him a concussion and knock him out for a bit.
The elephant gun finally winded him out.
Yes.
The elephant gun.
Yes. It took his breath away for sure. And then just before he was about to get killed, Sawina Kawu comes in with the Deus Ex Machina, and then beats the shit out of the guy. And then there was one left, and then realized Catwoman was in trouble, and he injects himself with something green.
Mm-hmm.
Something green that made him have a surge of adrenaline, seemingly strength as well, and anger. Right? He tenderized his man. He turned him into kneeling Riddler. Right?
The man would have fallen off the boat.
Yeah. And then the cops and Selena were like, tap, 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 tap. And he stops and he's just like, whew, right, my bad. I'm cool.
Right, no kill, right.
And then they unmask him, right? And then they're just like, who are you? And then he says, I'm vengeance. And the Batman's just like, first of all, my line. This bitch stole my look. And second of all, right. Probably haven't been properly marketing my brand here. Yeah, this is probably not gonna work. And then they stop all of this, and then there's still people trapped in the building, right? And then Batman. The thing, the fucking Titantron, is still hanging from the ceiling, possibly killing people below.
Oh yeah, like if it fell, it would have electrocuted everybody or something.
Yes, and just would have just toasted in the bathtub everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Batman was like, I need to take care of it. But you'll die! The movie's called The Batman, bitch. And then he just jumps onto it, hangs on, and he pulls out my favorite gadget from him in this movie, the Bat chest knife. Just the chest knife. Just cuts it with his chest knife. And then it goes zap, knocks him out for a bit. And then I'm like, did he just die? I actually genuinely thought he died because he got knocked out again.
No, I was also thinking, I was like, is that water too shallow? Or is it not?
Get. But again, you know, the Batman plot are made by Plot Studios. Plot Enterprises.
Plot tech.
He Plot Tech wakes him up, and he's now trying to save civilians. Opens a flare, woo, for all the wrestling fans out there, woo. I named this flare Richard, Ric Flair. So he approaches the civilians, removes some of the rubble. Like, wow, he's not just durable, he's strong too, even with the concussion. They get out of he rescues 2 people. This is hilarious. He rescues 2 people, right? He's like, women and children first. Oh, you're a woman of color. Yes, you get out. You're a child. Yes, you get out. And I'm good.
You white folks can take care of yourselves.
Yeah, they're like, I guess we follow him?
Yes. Yes. And like Gordon and Selena help, right?
Yeah.
Like, they help get the rest out. It's like, wow, you rescued 2 people. I like your shave, Enzo, man, says AJ.
Oh, thanks, AJ.
Yeah, you met him before, Enzo.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, but yeah, they get to this. One person gets put on one person he's carrying out. I don't know from where. But he's carrying a person out, and it's that painting. You know, I forgot what painting it was, but like, it's akin to that painting where you're carrying your son or something.
Oh, was it Mama Mary holding that?
I think it's like Abraham holding Isaac or something. Or I'm not. Wait, no, that didn't pull through. But like, it's a famous painting of someone carrying some fucker. Like,
All right.
it was recreated first in Arkham City when he was carrying Joker.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a tribute to that painting, definitely.
Yeah.
And then he puts her on the stretcher before she gets helicoptered out. I don't know why she gets helicoptered out. Anyway, like, he's trying to leave, and then he holds on to her, and like, she holds on to him. And he's like, "This city needs me to be more. This city does not need like a conduit of vengeance, whatever." He's like, "It needs a symbol of hope, and they need to fucking be that." MB with that whole vengeance shit.
But yeah, because if you missed it, or if it passed your head, him like taking off the mask of that one regular guy and him saying "I'm vengeance" was pretty much him like, oh fuck, this whole vengeance thing deal, me beating up criminals at night and like leaving them like as a pulp. It's not working.
Yeah, it's a wrong deal.
Yeah, people needed more than that to make this city thrive.
Yes.
Since it's already pretty much going downhill and flooded.
It's like, I need to be a symbol of hope. When you see Henry Cavill, be like,
Bruh!
Guess I'll die. Guess I'll die. But yes, we're close to the end of the movie. Selena and Batman have their goodbyes, right? They're like, "Come with me. I'm going to maybe Bloodhaven." Did you say Bloodhaven?
right?
What's Bloodhaven?
Bloodhaven is where Nightwing operates after he leaves Gotham.
Oh.
And funny enough, this is why, like, there are 2 things about Dick Grayson that are really cool. That was hilarious. We'll get to that. Bloodhaven has a higher crime rate than Gotham. And Nightwing operates there. And you know what else is cool? Batman can't beat Deathstroke in a hand-to-hand fight, but Dick can. So, do not underestimate Dick Grayson. He's not just a handsome man with a nice ass. So this happens. They say goodbye. The most awkward goodbye ever. It's a very long motorcycle ride in the same direction before they finally find a fork in the road to end this awkwardness.
Okay, look, they kind of just watched Fast 7 before they did this movie.
Yes, that's what happens. That's how they separate, and this is kind of how the movie ends.
Selina kind of leaves. Batman has to stay.
Oh, you're forgetting one other villain they introduce.
Oh no,
I'd
that's
rather
like
forget. I'd rather forget. Honestly, I find out the point in this. Matt Reeves, like, Joker appears, like, as a silhouette. Definitely the Joker, because he's the only guy that laughs. Like, played by that guy from apparently Eternals, right?
Actually,
yeah, Barry Coleman.
no, wait, actually, years
Gary Coleman.
I don't. If you guys remember, like years ago in 2018, Oscar Isaac was apparently in talks to have a role in the Batman. We never found out. I've seen rumors that he might be Mr. J.
Who
Okay,
the
then.
fuck is this guy then?
Huh? The
Yeah, Barry Coleman
Yeah, it's just-
in the IMDb.
But yeah, he said his scenes were cut from this movie. So I don't know what he is then.
I mean, it sounds like him.
That is true. So it's either
Okay, look. Okay, if you guys look closely, you could see the teeth from his smile, and you could see that his skin is not there completely. So we're pretty much getting, that Joker.
But let me point out one thing to you. Matt Reeves confirmed he is not the tease for a sequel.
Yes,
Yes.
and I'm happy with that.
He also said that we may or may not bring the Joker in. We are not completely sure.
I love
But-
that about Matt Reeves though. He's just like he's there because he's supposed to be there, but he's just
We
there.
got a lot of teases to the rest of the universe.
Mm.
Because that looked like Venom.
yeah.
It is
What
Venom.
Bruce injected himself in with.
It's Venom.
I was like, that's Venom. That's the first thing I talked to you guys about. That's Venom, right?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Venom is the poison or toxin that Bane injects into himself to be Bane. But yeah, this is how the movie ends. It was a very long movie. This is quite long. As a review, my not so famous 2-hour fucking videos. And what did you guys think of the Batman?
But yeah, this is like a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
Alright.
This is the perfect Batman movie. You could say that BVS was amazing and that was the most perfect Batman, but that had a lot of flaws. This one doesn't. I'm giving it the 9.5 because I can't wait for the sequel, and I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 yet.
Okay.
Man, this is our Batman now. This shit was fucking amazing.
Look at me, I am the Batman now.
Yeah, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. Everybody did their jobs
Alright.
perfectly. The fucking Batmobile was perfect.
Alright.
Slow pacing was amazing.
Alright. How about you,
So-
Zozo?
This is one of the best David Fincher has inspired films I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, lived up to the hype. Pattinson is amazing as Batman. The entire cast was amazing as their respective characters. I really like how Gordon and Batman worked and the chemistry between Batman and Selina Kyle. And I love the fact that Gotham really feels like Gotham. And just the overall vibe of this whole movie this is my preferred Batman movie. So yeah, 9 out of 10 as well.
Alright. I'm going the extra mile and letting my possible bias completely fucking get ahead of me because I gave the shit a 10. Like,
Wow.
I give it a
Alright.
10. I give it a 10. No, because like even if the sequel's better, it's still fucking 10. Like, this movie could stand on its own and just be the most amazing Batman movie ever. That suit was tremendous. This is exactly how I want Batman to look. I want him to just be more muscly, but this is how I want Batman to look. He was brutal. He was a tank. The acting was tremendous. This movie was patient. It showed every aspect of the Batman, from his tremendous detective work to his conflicted nature within himself to the complicated relationships he has with the people around him, Gotham and personal. it opened up the rest of the Bat universe without even showing us everybody with the Venom and the Joker cameo. It makes you not wonder now where the thugs from the start came from. If anything, like, okay, fine, I won't hate that part for the fact that, like, oh, that's where the Joker goons come from. Like, the Batman universe is semi-established. Like, we know it's already existed, and they're just letting know the rest of them are here. Like, so we get that. We also get a patient Batman skinned version of Seven, because that's what this is. It's just Seven with Batman. We get a tremendous Jim Gordon, who not only shows up with Batman crime scenes, but also does fucking incognito shit that's unofficial with the Penguin portion of this. We get a Selina Kyle who's very much kind of the anchor between Bruce Wayne, or Batman rather, and the plight of the people of Gotham. Like, that's the anchor. Because Selina does not have opportunity. She does not have privilege. She does not have money. So this is how she gets by. And imagine the other people in Gotham who probably have less. Imagine how they get. Like, that to me was like, I like Selina's role in this. Because Selina snaps him out of the fact that, like, you are a vigilante and you're kicking a lot of ass. But people like me exist because you haven't done enough. Right? And the action is flawless. Like, you can praise the Batfleck stuff all you want, that's fine. But this was grounded in the way the Nolan stuff was, and it had integrity, the way John Wick does.
Exactly.
When it comes to action. This action was properly choreographed, it was grounded, it was realistic, and everything was balanced out. And this was an isolated story that worked. It implies sequels. That this isn't going to end here. It opens up a lot. It opens up, like, Joker's Asylum for later, right? It opens up No Man's Land with a broken infrastructure and the fact that you need the fucking Coast Guard to come in just to bring in supplies and shit. It implies that there's a lot of shit coming into the future. It implies, you know, the Batman is, like, laying claim to Gotham. It can imply the fucking Court of Owls. It implies so much for a possibly expansive universe, and it comes in with this at the first round. And as a fucking anthology for Batman, it worked. We even get the fucking complications with Thomas and Martha Wayne. You know, like, they are not squeaky clean fuckers. They're not the Uncle Bens of this universe. Like, there's a problem with Gotham. And it starts at the top. And the more you get through to this, like, you get to feel that as much as I'm trying to be the solution, I am as much the problem. This is the first time I've ever seen Batman called on his shit. Even as compared to the comics, man, Batman hasn't been humbled this consistently and this well. This is what I want the Batman to be. This is a world where I can love the Batman.
Yeah.
And this is also a world where the Batman says he's wrong.
Mm.
And I love that. Because he's not right all the time. You're good. But you will never be the best. Because you're human. And you'll fuck up. Your hands are not your hands are not necessarily the ones. And you should do some fucking thinking about that. So for that reason, I can't complain about anything regarding this movie. I've bought so much merch related to this movie.
This man bought a Hot Toys.
Yes, I straight up ordered the hot toy like a day after I watched it. So that fucking tells you I'm going all in on this Batman, and I'm giving this Batman as good of a score as anyone can give it. It's a 10 out of 10 Batman movie. And it's not just for people who like Batman or superheroes, it's for people who like good cinema. You can isolate this as just a good movie. But somehow franchisable as well.
Yeah.
That's difficult to do.
Yeah.
And I can't complain. I just want more. I just want more. Please get beefier in the next movie, Rob. If you can. Please. I would love to see it. The only downside to this is, unless we know the events of Flashpoint, we're never going to see this with the rest of the DCEU.
Nah. But, hey, I don't mind the clean slate. Or, like, hey, if this is just a pocket of it of its own, like, sure, there might be Metropolis, but Superman doesn't exist, I'm okay with it. Like if its own little pocket, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
can
waiting
live
to
with that
see.
too.
I'm just waiting to see what happens in Flash. Because
Same.
Flashpoint can be the fucking reset point. It can
Yes.
bring everything back, and it can bring some things in. We'll never know. Maybe this will be the Batman DCU as well. Or they could just have Arpats play him as the different style of Batman. And it would still work, because it's the new 52. Like, Flashpoint created the new 52. When Flash came back to his universe, everyone was slightly younger. That's what happened in Flashpoint. That's why the new 52 looks the way it does. Because everyone is younger, including Batman. And that's where he gets his armored outfit.
Alright.
Yeah, so everything is slightly different. Everyone's slightly... So, that's what Flashpoint does. That's why I'm saying the only hope we have for all of this coming together is Flashpoint. And if it doesn't do that, then the DCEU is permanently... But Flashpoint will give us some hope in that. And hopefully it really does. I am looking forward to Keaton coming in. What do you guys look forward to with DC this year? Because there's a lot.
To finally seeing Black Adam, that's for sure. I just want to see how it happens.
I just
After
wanna see
10
if it has a
years.
story.
After 10 years of waiting.
Yeah,
But Rock's been hyping us with it.
yeah.
Yeah, oh
Pierce
god.
Brosnan looks great.
Yeah.
So great.
Just
I
don't
mean,
sing and you're fine.
Yeah. What else is the DC that's like coming out?
I think the next
Aquaman,
one,
we're
Aquaman
getting...
2.
Yeah, we're getting Aquaman 2, we're getting Flash, getting... I know there's something else.
I think it's the HBO Max Batgirl movie.
We've got Black Adam.
Yeah.
I think Batgirl might come this year or next.
Yeah.
Is it a different Batgirl?
Batgirl's.
We've never had a Batgirl in the DCEU.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
Alicia Silverstone again.
Okay. No, I thought it was like I thought it was the CW
Shit
shit.
me up,
No,
Uncle
no.
Alfred.
That's
No.
Batwoman. They're different.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, it's Batgirl set in Keaton's universe, I think.
Okay, I'm excited for that.
But it's J.K. Simmons as Gordon. I'm like, I'm confused now.
It's a. I guess.
That is
Hey, I
weird.
mean,
That is-
hey, if J.K. Simmons can be, can be Jane Jonah Jameson
Honestly,
in.
I'm only looking forward to one thing in the Batgirl.
Brandon Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's Firefly.
I want that man back.
Me too.
That man's coming back slowly but surely.
The Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
I mean, he has
George
some.
of the Jungle. George of the Jungle 3, please.
I mean,
Yes.
he has a movie with Scorsese this year, so he's well good and
Oh
set.
fuck yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Scorsese, he actually said that
Oh, you cut up.
Scorsese said that the Batman is cinema at its finest. Suck it, every other superhero movie ever.
Take that, MCU.
I didn't fucking say it. Because I like No Way Home. I don't like all of this shit, but like, I like No Way Home. Also, the Batman and Black Widow had the same budget. Just saying.
It's amazing how you can really poorly spend a budget sometimes. You know?
Oh, and another amazing thing, alright? It's one thing that we always cease to forget. The Batman was filmed peak COVID. And
Imagine
you
how
don't
hard.
see it at all that this was filmed peak COVID.
Yeah, the church
And
in, you're
it
like,
also filmed with Rob getting COVID himself.
And this movie didn't look like it had any bumps in it.
It didn't look like it had any issues at all.
like
No,
I can't not give it a 10, man. They did the impossible. They got through a pandemic and perfect fucking movie. That didn't look like it was filmed in a pandemic. When we also got a movie that was filmed in the pandemic and kind of looked like a Ugandan B movie.
You see the bullet traveling with a case in it.
I'm not saying fuck all the MCU, but the MCU definitely has its Black Widow's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I love how it's not even black sheeps anymore, just black widows.
Yeah. Like, oh man, that was so disappointing to watch.
That was rough. That was rough.
Just the joy
But-
in my face being like, I can't wait.
But hey, look, if Batman was enough to change an old dude's mind on like comic book movies, That's a fucking good thing.
Yeah. And, for all those who are watching, thank you for watching. I'm going to take this home now because we've done everything we can and said everything we could. Thank you for all those who watched. If you guys are looking for some good burgers, home of those good burgers, check out Grilltown. They've also got some tremendous rice meals. The hidden gem of chickens is... If you like meat, if you like good food, homemade from scratch, go to Grilltown. If you guys are looking to listen to some sweet ear candy that'll help you fall asleep or help you dance alone in your room, check out Lil Fina, guys.
Yes.
She's got some great stuff coming out. She's got Down Bad that she released a few months ago. She has got it going on. And you will know that if you listen to her music. Again, you guys can also check out Studio 33 if you want to get yourself some great fucking bucket style helmets, Mandalorian stuff, Magneto. I saw him make one of the sick Miles Morales PS5 Spider-Man helmets, the ones that light up on the inside. He made one, and it looks amazing, man. If you liked our content, please do check out our page, like it, follow it. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know every time we go live, because we go live almost every day of the week. And if you guys want to, go ahead and plug your own social media. Want to right the fuck now, boys.
You can find me at JobGOM on Instagram. It is my article.
You can find me at Gandalfus995 on IG or Twitter.
Alright. And I guess that will be us for today, people. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you to Enzo who donated stars today. Thank you to anyone who might have donated on our Gcash, but I wouldn't know because I don't handle that yet currently. We love you guys. I will be back with another podcast, possibly more articles soon, because I am fucking motivated. If I find another thing I can write about that shit, maybe podcast it. For now, Geeks and Degenerates, I will see you soon at another fucking DBD game, because all Enzo does with his life.
Yeah.
And with the rest of you, I will see you guys in more fucking Slurp content. Just slurpity, that fucking good, juicy fucking Slurp content. And I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys get vaccinated. If you haven't already, why haven't you? It's the cool thing to do. If you have a big dick, you will be vaccinated, right? If you have a tiny pee-pee, you will be unvaccinated. And if you... I'm just saying, big dick energy is being vaccinated. If you get your booster shots, your cock will just be a mega third leg on you, right?
Yeah, that's why.
If you don't get vaccinated, you're just not cool, bro. Just do it. Just do it.
That's why me and Jump say, get your booster for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Get your booster for fuck's sake. It's fucking free. Like, you guys like how things are free. Just get it. And yeah, we'll see you guys around. Please keep safe out there, man. Tell somebody you love them. Be kind to your friends. Be kind to your loved one. Be kind to yourself. We will see you on the next one. Fuck!
Yeah.
Bye.